So I'm beginning the recording, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Stay True team call on May 21st, a day after one of the best days in history, May 20th, my birthday. But anyway, I guess that's an opinion, biased opinion. Anyway, tonight we have a guest or a member of our own team, really, not a guest, but Moppy will be talking to us about Facebook and what she has learned through some of her mentoring that she has had going on the last couple months or so. And I'm excited to hear about this, and I think it's always good to hear what other people are doing, what some of the other Facebook or social media masterminds are doing and how they're doing things. So it's good to hear. Couple announcements. You saw the personal volume points. So I posted a picture of that in Stay True today. And so congrats to everybody who was knocking down some serious volume points. That's awesome. And again, the personal volume points are from, if you are a coach and you order your own Shakeology, you get your personal volume points that way. And also any customers that you have that order products or Shakeology, whatever workouts through your business center, that's what adds up to the personal volume points, just in case you guys wanted to know or weren't sure what all that includes. So congrats to everybody on that. I'm really excited about what we've got going on the team, guys. I had a call this week with Jeff. His last name, it's hard to pronounce, so I'm not going to try to butcher it. But and basically, I was talking to Jeff. We were talking about our team. We were talking about the growth of my downline, looking at my two legs, and we were just looking at what we have here at Team Stay True. And what's really awesome, what's really exciting to me is he looked at everything that we're doing, and he said, "Wow, you guys are on the right track. You guys are heading in the right direction. You guys have a team calendar." I mean, all these things from systems in place to he knows we're using Anita's invite system. He said that's golden. We know it was reconfirmed by him that getting coaches and building our team is absolutely a numbers game. So he was encouraging me to continue to encourage everyone on the team to use that script for inviting, use that script for challenge packs, for signing up coaches, customers as a coach right away if we possibly can. He was telling me that by doing that, you increase the length or the period of time that they will purchase Shakeology. I guess they've been looking at how long an average Shakeology customer lasts versus how long a coach who orders Shakeology orders it. So, truly that's where the residual income comes from, as well as building our team, rank advancing. So if you're not utilizing that yet, or if you're shy about using it, don't be. You go for it, use it, sign people up as coaches, and get things heading in the right direction, because ultimately it's going to allow us to help more people by doing that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I was really excited to hear, it's just a matter of now us going out and getting it done. I mean, everything's there for us. We're lined up to win. So we're really excited about that. I will be posting a Google Doc here in the next, hopefully, 24 hours, as long as the t-shirt company gets back to me as far as final price for t-shirts and everything. I will be posting a Google form that you guys can click a link to, and you just put your name in, how many t-shirts you want, the color, size, tank tops, and everything like that. And basically, it'll all be put into a document for us. And we're going to keep that open till, we're thinking, about 3 or 4 days from when I posted in the group. We'll have that document live and open so you can get your orders in. And then we'll also post, for those of you who are going to Summit, which I'm hoping it's everyone on this call is going to try to go to Summit. We will talk, we're going to kind of have you guys get a certain color, so we all at least have the same color t-shirt for Summit. So keep that in mind as you're ordering. So That's it, I think, as far as my announcement. So I'm going to unmute Miss Byler here so she can get started and she can talk to us about social media and Facebook. Go ahead, Moppy.
Well, Glenn just asked me to share what I've learned. And before I start, I just wanted to tell you that everything I'm going to learn, or I'm going to share with you today is things that I have learned in the last 7 weeks. So these are things that I'm implementing as well, little by little. So I will start with telling you that Facebook is just one of the platforms that you can use. If you're more comfortable with another one, then you have to like learn how it works. I use Facebook primarily, so that's what I try to like focus on learning how it works, what doesn't work. And I thought I knew a lot about it, but in the last 7 weeks, I realized I knew nothing about it. So, I mean, I knew how to use my personal page, but not really the like page. So why Facebook? Basically, Facebook is the platform that is most used around the world. And they are doing a lot of effort in bringing people from other platforms. It used to be that it was only Facebook, and now you have YouTube, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, all these other platforms. So Facebook is really trying to get people to their site. So one of the things that I will touch on is the like page. I am actually enrolled into the Chalene Johnson Marketing Impact Academy, and one of the first things she told us was a like page is a must. Why a must? Because the way she phrased it was, if you don't have a like page, it's kind of like you have closed sign on your door. Like page is a place where you're going to create community, when you're going to be engaged with the people that you are trying to attract. So when you create a like page, you first have to determine what your brand is. And when I say your brand is, your customers are usually people that relate to you. So for instance, I had to determine my brand. Before this training, I said family, faith, and fitness. Well, that was wrong because it was very broad, and how many people are going to go to that? So you have to be very specific on the brand that you choose when you go to your like page, because your posts are going to be determined on your brand. So for me, for instance, just expanding, when I say family, I'm going to specify I am a stay-home mom of 3 girls, a wife that works part-time on her business. So it's way more specific than just saying family. The same thing with fitness. My focus is, I'm not a professional. I'm just a mom that is 36 years old that has found a passion in fitness because it keeps me away from diseases like diabetes. So I hope I'm letting myself explain in the fact that you can, you have to be very specific with the brand that you choose. So when you create your like page, the most important thing is engagement. You have to create engagement. And please understand that engagement does not happen overnight. This whole like page is a process, and you have to invest the time in order to be successful, not only in making your posts, but also in learning how it works and what works for you. So one of the things that you're gonna hear a lot is investing ads on Facebook. Yes, they work, but there is a way to increase your reach organically as well. So if you have a tight budget, I would say just start with the basics, which is just posting. When I started posting, I can tell you in the last 7 weeks, I think I have more posts that I have done in 2014. I created my page like half year 2014. But I was very overwhelmed when I started, because I heard, you have to post like 5 times or 8 times or 3 times. And I was like, what the heck am I going to post about? But so just do not overwhelm yourself, and start with maybe once a day for a week, and then be consistent with once a day. And then the second week, move to 2 times a day. So as we talk about the number of posts that we do, you will want to know what is that you're supposed to focus when you post. Well, to increase your engagements, there is 4 things that you have to look at. One is your likes, your comments, your shares, and your links, which is, when you post a link to something. So if you don't post a link, obviously, do not worry about that. But basically, the way Facebook looks at your posts is just imagine like eyes on your posts. No engagement, Facebook does not push it out. When I say don't push it, it just does not appear in other people's newsfeed. So you have to focus on those 4 things. So how do you guarantee that your fans or your followers are going to see your posts? One of the things is, obviously, you want to create posts that elicit action. So, you can say things like this if you agree. I can tell you I've done posts that only get on your like page, you're able to see how many people it has reached. I may post for a week where the maximum amount of people reached by that post was like anywhere from 26 to 78, okay? And then one day I went to Lowe's and I wanted new shades for my living room, and I just tried it. I remember this, and I tried it, and I posted a picture of 2 different lampshades, and one said A and the other one said B, and I said, which one do you like most? All of a sudden, that post got like 500 people, and it had all these comments. So, if you want action and engagement, sometimes you just have to ask for it. How do you ask for it is you can say, tell me A or B, or 1 or 2, or, comment if you like this, or just ask a question that will promote the engagement. Likes are definitely way easier than your comments and your shares and, click on links. So likes, how to increase your likes, it has been, what I've learned is that posts that actually spark a feeling do way better with likes. So like a good feeling, you're going to see that they're going to skyrocket it. And I know that because usually when I can tell you, if I post something funny that my girl said, it has way more comments and way more likes than a post that said, hey, this is what I have for dinner. So it just kind of, it's funny, but it also, it doesn't only have to be funny. You can appeal to every, type of feeling. It can create some, I don't know how to pronounce this, nostalgia. You see? Nostalgia, okay? In Spanish. There you go. But anyway, so, and basically, when you create those posts, you have to go back to what your brand is and who you want to attract. So, for instance, for me, if I was to create post about bodybuilding, it's probably not gonna generate that much likes because I am not that person, So you have to relate to you have to go back to your audience and what you think is gonna resonate with them. Another thing was combine a great status with a great image. And one of the things that Chalene Johnson said, I have it written down here. It says the human being processes a picture 60 times faster than any type of content. So that's why you want to have a picture. It doesn't have to be a complicated picture. Just make sure it's interesting and clean, and simple, to the point type thing. Another thing is, when you create your posts, think of Facebook as a friend. So, the other day I was talking to Chris, and we were talking about posts, and then if I see you in the street, would I tell you, hey, success, you can only reach success if you work hard? Would I tell you that? You'd be like, no. So, but if I think of Facebook as a friend, and I put a motivational quote, which I've done many, many times, my post has to relate to a person. It has to read as if I was talking to somebody. So, I'm just making this up, but I would say something like, hey, the other day I was thinking about success, and we always think that success is something that is given or is granted, but boy, it takes a lot of work, don't you think? And so I am saying it, I'm relating my post to my picture, I'm asking a question that I'm hoping to create engagement, and I'm talking on Facebook as if I am talking to a person. So, which is very hard, it's very hard to remember all the time, because I don't do it all the time, but it's something that I'm working on. So, they say that funny ones are usually ones that get a lot of likes. So that's something to consider. Now, how to increase comments? Definitely go for opinions. All of us are opinionated whether we like it or not. So just make sure you don't choose a subject or a question that is too controversial. So you just want to keep it, out of politics, out of religion, those type of things. Just make it lively, friendly, but something that you can ask. And like my shade, for instance, that I was telling you, my lampshade. It's just something trivial. Or if you go to, I heard Janelle Summers, she's one of the top coaches on Beachbody, and she's told her sister, Shalene, that one of the posts that has gotten the most comments for her was one time she was at a shoe store, and she posted a picture of 3 different pairs of shoes and said, which one should I get? And it was flooded with comments of people saying, you should get this, you should get that. So opinions is a great way to increase comments. How to increase shares? Basically, you have to choose an image that says it all about your post. For me, when I've seen people share my post is when I've shared something more based on my faith, usually like a Bible verse or things like that basically says a lot about my post. Those I've seen personally for me have produced more shares than any other post. But you have to find what quotes are extremely inspirational to your audience, not mine. So how to increase links? Again, they say that you have to post an image that sparks interest. And sometimes just you can do just like a little tease. You don't have to say everything about it. You gotta watch this video. It's about food and how affects your body, and you should not eat this and this and that. They say that it's better if you say, you have to watch this. Do you believe what they're saying? Type of thing. So then that would create, what is she talking about? Let me just click and figure out. So that's another way to create more clicks on your links. Another thing about like page is, this was a big, big mistake of mine, and please do not make the same mistake as I have, is I was so disappointed with the number of likes or the number of reach that my post had, that I stopped posting. I didn't understand that this was a process. I didn't understand that people did not see my post every time I post them. I didn't understand how Facebook worked. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you have 20 likes or 5,000, not 20 likes, but 20 people following you, or 5,000. What is important is the engagement that you produce. So engagement is engagement. Don't worry about the number of likes and the number of followers. That will come with time. And you have to do more of what works for you. I was one of those people that would copy and paste a lot of posts from other coaches sometimes. I would tweak it a little bit, but mainly the same, because for me, it's very hard to word things in English. And so sometimes I'm like, I want to say something, but it takes me forever to word it, and it was just easier to copy and paste. Well, I've heard too in one of these trainings that Facebook recognizes all the people that have the same posts. So there is a network of 300,000 coaches. And so you have a percentage of, coaches saying, hey, this program is on sale, or join my challenge group. And it's just not going to get seen as much. Facebook is not going to push those posts as much as original posts. So you want to be original and keep it to keep it to what you want to say. Yes, you can get an idea and you can be inspired by others, but they said do not just do an identical copy and paste. Another thing about like pages is focus on quality versus quantity. There are days that I post 3-4 times a day, and there are days that I just post once a day. And I was just telling Chris this. There are days that I just don't see anything good to post, and you're better off not posting anything than posting something that is just not going to do anything to your page. So, and I've done that mistake too. So I'm just trying to remind myself of that. And you just have to create community. Your like page is like you talking to friends. That's what it is, Just imagine yourself, you in your living room talking to your friends. What would you share with them? What would you want to show them? And like, for instance, today, I was in a hurry. I did granola. I posted a picture about granola. And then I thought, man, I could have made that post so much better. I could have engaged people in saying, hey, do you have another recipe do you use? I would like to try some more. Or, I love this for the morning for breakfast. And what do you have for breakfast usually? I could have elaborated a little bit more, but I didn't. So there goes my mistake for you, so you don't do it. And then do not let your like page dictate your social media. Your life should dictate your social media, not your social media should dictate your life. So if you have a smartphone and you have a busy life and you don't know, you don't have the time to post, because sometimes you don't want to do 3 posts within an hour. So what you do is, I've been using my notes on my phone, and I will type it on my notes really quick, and I have the photo saved on my pictures. So then when I am on the go, all I do is copy, paste, post. And so I had already done it earlier. I usually work at nights from 8 to 11 is usually when I work on my business. So I will come up with idea. I'll type it on my notes. And then in the morning, I'm picking up my kid, whatever, I just copy and paste and it's done. I don't have to sit there and come up with something. Another thing I just wanted to tell you really quick, because I think I just went over time. But I just wanted to tell you this. One of the things that Facebook is really going after is video. Facebook biggest competitor is YouTube. Okay. And so when you post a link to YouTube, and many of us have YouTube channels, it will take, Facebook thinks of it, this person is driving people from here to another channel. So when you start uploading organically within Facebook, Facebook is going to show that post to more people because you are keeping people within Facebook and not taking them to YouTube. One of the some of the statistics that I saw was that over 1 billion videos are viewed on Facebook each day, and an average Facebook user watched 75% more video than 2014. So I guess your camera, my camera, is gonna have to be my best friend. And I can tell you, I hate being on video. So in the last 4 weeks, I've been doing way more video than I've ever done in my life. But I've only posted on my challenge groups because I'm practicing. Because I'm not comfortable with it yet. So I've used my challenge group as a way to like get more comfortable with it. And then hopefully I will jump into doing those on my like page soon. But you know, they say that when you do a video, it has to be short and to the point. Try to keep it under a minute. You know, most people that check their Facebook is on their phone, even when driving. So you want to keep it short and sweet and to the point. It doesn't have to be highly polished. It doesn't have to be very elaborated. Short, clean, and simple. That's good. And then do not get overwhelmed with, oh, you know, I don't know how to do video. They say, you know, all of this video stuff is a skill that you have to learn how to master, and it's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of practice. But once you do it, you know, you're going to basically have success on Facebook. That's one of Facebook goals now, is to increase the amount of videos that they have. Have you seen those? Like, so how do you upload something organically? It's very easy. I just tell you really quick. If you see something on YouTube and you press play, just pause the video and go to your address bar, and then you're gonna see www. After that, insert SS and click enter. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So like go to a YouTube, then perfect. Just pick anything. And then you go up and right after the dot, you put SS and then click enter. And there you go. This is gonna appear. You're just gonna wait a couple seconds. No. Oh yeah, there. Click download. And then you can save it. You can choose, you know, 360 or 720, whatever you think is best. And then you save it to your desktop or whatever you want to save it, you know. And once it's saved, then you go to your Facebook account and then upload it from whatever you know, update or whatever you saved it. So in that way, you're not driving people to YouTube, and you are uploading organically within your own page. And Facebook is gonna recognize this. There you go. And then you just post it. There you go. Well, the one thing that Shalene explained about this was that Facebook has already set an algorithm for your like page or for your page in general. So what happens is, oh, can you still hear me? Hello? Hello?
We can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so Facebook has already set like an algorithm for your page or for your like page. So what you have to do is train Facebook on your new system. In this way, uploading organically. So what you will want to do is for the next couple of weeks, try to post videos every day that are uploaded organically. And in that way, you're gonna, with that consistency, you're gonna change Facebook algorithm into recognizing that you are not driving people to another platform. So on about video on Facebook. So far, I've done it with, other YouTube videos that I've found. I haven't done it with videos that I have recorded myself. But I am, that's something that I want to do, but I wanted to share with you so you can use it more. And I think that's everything I had. I don't know if you have any questions, sir.
No, I think.
Moppy, I have a couple questions, or one question, which first of all, I think the videos you've been posting in the challenge groups are awesome. So tomorrow I expect to see one on your page.
Thanks.
Yeah, those are perfect. I mean, you should totally post those. And I think you've gotten a good response from people too, that just, they appreciate seeing, and it's after your workout and whatever. So your videos from your phone, you just upload them straight to Facebook then?
Yes.
Okay.
Those would be organically uploaded. But, many of us, especially, in this business of Beachbody, we have a lot of videos that are, posted by Shalene or posted by Shanti or even by Beachbody and things like that. So then, and those are mainly on YouTube. So a way to make them your own would be to do that SS trick that I just showed you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So do you also use this Facebook scheduling on your like page? Do you schedule out some posts or no?
I have not used it yet. Okay. But I've heard that if you, the more you keep within Facebook, the better Facebook likes you.
Okay.
Wait to say it.
Yeah, because I've been using that. I've been using their scheduling.
Yeah. Yes, that's basically what. Here's the thing. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Mark, the owner of Facebook, Zuckerberg, whatever it is. I don't know how to pronounce it. He has said that he wants people to treat Facebook as their personal newspaper. So, that's what Facebook is driven towards. So the more you keep within Facebook, the more they are gonna appreciate you.
Okay.
And show your posts. So that's their main thing.
Okay.
What about, did you learn anything or have you yet about offers and events that you can make on your like page?
I've learned a little bit about offers. I've heard people that has worked really, really well for them and people that have not. But the people that have not worked well for them is because they have not just yet found their niche or found what works for them. The one thing in Facebook is going to take a lot of testing. And the great thing about a like page, and that's what Shalene says, that you have to have a like page, is because on your like page is the only place that you're able to see what works and what not. You're going to be able to track by time of day, by post, by audience. Like, for instance, for me, half my friends list is from other country. So I mainly want to focus on the ones that are here because these are the people that I can offer my business to, at least now. So I do track my posts and I'm able to see who people from the US is seeing it or people even from Green is seeing it. So all those statistics are within your like page, and that's when testing is going to be basically your tool in order to find what works for you. The people that are successful with offers right now, as people that have done a lot of testing previously and have found what works for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Moppy. That was great info.
What about liking other coaches' like pages? Or
you know what? That is a good question. This I have not heard from my training specifically, but I was talking to another coach that is successful, and she was telling me, she's like, yeah, I definitely like, my, her coaches posts
or
and
downline
comments and things like that. Yes. But when it comes to their business, she tries to like create independence as long as that person is ready for that, for that independence.
Right. So,
So
and you'll see too, as we continue the training on Facebook, like pages here, is that when you select your advertising, you can specifically select to advertise to the people who have liked your page and their friends. So a lot of people, if they are not in your downline and you have liked their page, from a business perspective, if they run an advertisement and you have liked their page, then that advertisement may be seen by a bunch of your friends or family on Facebook. And next thing you know, they could go and order something from them who are not in your line, up or down line. So I would encourage you guys, to, if you want to, you can like other coaches on your team who it'll be a positive effect on your business through volume points or whatever, if they accidentally ordered through that coach. But I would just, be wary of liking other coaches,
especially
from other teams.
Top coaches.
Right.
If you like Janelle Summers, I mean, she's paying big bucks in advertising. And so then her posts, her sponsored posts are getting to, and we learned about that in this diamond group I was in, because like a top coach ended up kind of taking a coach from from a girl that was like just a new diamond. And that's what they explained, was like, well, she's getting all those sponsored posts, like all these top coaches. So it'd be better to, if you want to follow them, maybe just go to their page a couple times a week or once a week.
Create an interest group, and you can put them in that group and go see what they're doing.
But we can talk about that next time, because it's getting late.
So the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give everyone a homework. Raise your hand if you have a like page. Okay, so we've got a couple of us don't, which is cool. That's fine. So for those of you that do have a like page, what I'm going to encourage you to do is take a look at it, and over the next week, and those that don't, think about you. Think about who you want to market to specifically, like Mapi was talking about, okay? And I think there was tons of good take-home points there. So for next week, what I'd really encourage everyone to do is to have a like page set up, okay? You don't have to do anything with it yet. You don't have to advertise that you have it yet or publish it even, but just have a like page set up and be ready to take that next step to go ahead and create, an audience or start building an audience. It's a slow process. It takes 6 months or more to really get that motion flowing and to start to get some, I guess, income producing customers from your like page. So, but that's the homework for next week. So what I'm going to do is, there are tons of videos on YouTube. I was looking at it earlier today. There's tons and tons of videos on YouTube on how to create a Facebook like page. What I would do if I was you is I would look at the date that it was published, okay? Because Facebook has changed their stuff up so much. Look at the date that the video was published. Watch the video. Share in Team Stay True if you find any that you think are killer, that are really good videos on how to create a like page. And then that way it'll take you step by step on how to create it. And I just have 2 tabs open, one on Facebook, one on YouTube, and go follow the directions step by step. That's your homework for next week. Okay. And then next week, we're going to talk about more advertising on Facebook and how to do that, and any other questions that you guys might have, come up with as you're building your page and putting, content in there. So that is it. Does anyone else have any questions? No, I see somebody yawning. It's getting late. Sorry, Jen. To the day off. I don't want to hear it.
Well, thanks for getting on, you guys, and thank you, Mapi. That was awesome.
Tiffany, did you have a question? Okay, go ahead. Let me unmute you here. Okay, go for it.
Okay. I think it was on Mark, about the Facebook scheduling. that you, Beth, that you were touching on that. What exactly does that entail, and how do you utilize it? Because when I say I'm new to Facebook, I mean literally I'm new to a lot of what we're doing. So one of the things I find that it's kind of hard to deal with is the continuous posts, keeping up with the groups, and with the Facebook scheduling. What exactly is that, and what are the benefits?
Yeah, once we'll screen share and show you, but once you've created a like page, you can post. So like today I went in, I found a picture that I liked, and I just went in and placed the picture. So go down and act like you're going to post, babe. So once you've typed in, and this is not a real post. Once you've typed the post and put your picture in there or whatever, then now don't put some crazy picture.
I won't.
Okay. And then you can go down to that little arrow next to post.
Do you guys see that okay, or do you want me to light it up with that cursor thing? Let me annotate this thing.
Oh my goodness.
We got the spotlight on.
Okay, so see where it says post and then there's the little arrow? You can either choose to post it right away or you can hit schedule. And then you just set the date that you want it to schedule. And I've had pretty good luck with this. Like when I've had my like page and I haven't worked on it. And then last week Glenn's like, okay, I'm setting up ads for your like page. So now I'm posting on it all the time. But I went ahead and scheduled like 1 or 2 posts for each day. I did that 2 weeks ago, and now I need to start back over again. But it only messed up one of them. And you said you've had occasionally
I've had one mess up, and it was because something with the post or something with the content in the post wasn't liked by Facebook. I don't know what.
Mine was just a random quote. I don't know why. But
basically, the other thing that you can do is you can save a draft. So like that one that I just created, I saved a draft of it. So Moppy said she uses her notes. Well, if you want to just go to a Facebook post and create a draft, you can do that. And
sorry to interrupt you, but you just reminded me of something that I also learned and I didn't share. And it's when Facebook does not, how do you say it, accept your post, like you promote it and they deny it.
Right.
So what they say is you can do another post shortly after that and promote that one. And so the one that was not promoted is gonna get a free ride, because when people go into your page, they're gonna see the one that you wanted to promote right under it.
I see.
Okay.
All right, so it's not being promoted, but it's right under the one that you just promoted.
So they still say still posted. If it's not promoted, just leave it at that. But do like a good post above that one, so that when that gets promoted, people goes to your page and they still get to see what you promoted or what you posted right before that.
Right, that makes sense.
And next week, Tiffany, we're going to talk about the ads. We haven't promoted ours. We've paid for advertising.
Right. We haven't promoted individual posts or boosted individual posts, but that's simple to do. You can do it right in there, and you can pick an audience, and you can set up different audiences and everything.
That can be another call. Yeah. That is nice. And even what Glenn will show you next week, we paid some guy to help us to teach us all of this, so that's why we're like, okay, it's time to share it with all of you. So pay for it.
Okay.
So there is, but when you have the like page, Tiffany, then you have the option to do those scheduled posts.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could schedule in all the pages. That would be beautiful.
I thought you used to,
right?
But
yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, that does help though, because I like when we're going to be on vacation for a month. Page scheduled for every day, so I can just add in, but at least I'll know there's some content on there.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Tina, hold on one second. Go for it.
Regarding scheduling, why don't you guys, can you just use Hootsuite to schedule?
Facebook, I mean, well, for one thing, Hootsuite is changing, and now we can't post to our like page, right?
That's supposedly what happened. Facebook kind of ixnayed that, and I think it's because they created their own scheduling system on the like pages.
I do use Hootsuite for all my challenge group posts. And you have to be an admin in a group in order. Now Hootsuite changed it. So if you want to post in one of the challenge groups and set yours up, make sure whoever you're in your group with has made you an admin, or if you've created the group, you are an admin. But like Moppy said, Hootsuite wants you to use their own stuff. So your post is gonna get
Facebook wants.
Yeah, Facebook. So your post is going to get more affinity if you're using like Facebook scheduling. And now, just as like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Hootsuite, you can't even use them for certain posts anymore.
Okay.
Hey, just one quick thing, really quick, that is going to help everybody with their homework is Shalene said there's this website called socialmediaexaminer.com. And so if you want to learn what is working out for any type of social media platform, what's working, what's not working, that's a great resource to go to. And then also Amy Porterfield. She also has a podcast. She's really good with different, just teaching you how different platforms work. Yeah. So it's a good podcast to hear.
Yeah. Shoot. I had something brilliant to say and I can't remember now.
Hold on. What's your question, Tina?
I was just trying to say, what was the first thing that you said, Moppy? I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Socialmediaexaminer.com.
Okay, thank you.
All right, but I'm going to warn everybody right now, spend your time working on your like page after you've done your vital behaviors for the day, because this can suck your time. This is a time vampire. Seriously, it is. So make sure you've done your vital behaviors, and then this is the last thing you do, okay? Because I'm excited, or I was excited to do mine, and all of a sudden, even right now, I'm creating a website, and it's like
he doesn't sleep
I'm
anymore.
so excited to get this thing done and wanting to get it done that I've got to really watch myself that I'm not doing that instead of my business. So you got to really be strict with your time and set times for you to work on it. Just a warning, okay? All right. Well, if there are no more questions, then class is dismissed. We'll see you back next.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Bye,
Take care. Good night.
Thank
Thanks, Moppy.
Thank you.